Sorry, I'm really short. Good morning, everyone. First of all.
Good morning.
I'm here to speak about my mental illness. A year ago, I would have never gotten up on the stage to talk about anything from like just puppies to mental illnesses. But I have crippling social anxiety and I just wanted to share that with you. But I'm willing to talk for this cause. And this cause is raising awareness and speaking from the point of view, like my view, as a person diagnosed with mental illness. So I'm pretty much scared all the time, because one minute I'm bright and happy, the next I can be swallowed up by darkness. This is basically what it's like to have borderline personality disorder, which is what I have, or BPD for short. Having BPD is both a gift and a curse, but it's mostly a curse. When I'm happy, I'm not just happy. I'm invincible. No one and nothing can shoot me down when I'm happy, except the terrible thoughts that go out of my mind. I can't tell you how many times thoughts like, you're not good enough, you're a loser, and nobody wants you, you're a burden, run through my head on a daily basis. It's terrifying because one moment I could be more than fine, and the next I'm not. My biggest valid fear is not the fear that this will continue to happen, but the fear that my symptoms will become worse. I am constantly lost, fending for myself in this endless void that is my mind. I'm constantly living on the edge. I have no idea when my mood is going to change. One minute I could be ecstatic, the next I can be extremely depressed and nobody will know what's wrong with me. But my disorder does not just affect me, it affects everyone around me. It's hard for me to maintain healthy and stable interpersonal relationships because I'm overly clingy, and if you're friends with me, you know I like a lot of hugs, I like to know that you're there. I have an intense fear of abandonment, which is one of the symptoms of my illness. And to top all of that, I'm a teenager, so I have to do all the things a normal teenager has to do, and I have to maintain a somewhat stable mindset. I pretty much go from like 0 on the emotional scale to at least 75 within like 1 second. And it's very scary, especially for my family, because I could be fine and then I just get PO'd. So, I could be happy and then my emotions just dive. When I'm like this, which is usually at home, I get angry very easily and rage and yell until I can get myself under control. But sometimes it is very difficult to get myself under control because of my illness. My mom usually calls my therapist, has them talk to me so I can finally calm down. So there may be some of you in this audience that have experienced symptoms similar to mine, and you may not know what to do. But it's okay to talk, it's okay to ask for help. This is the reason NAMI and other support groups and organizations exist. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. For many years, I've gone to different psychiatrists and therapists, but none of them could tell me what was wrong with me. They didn't diagnose me correctly, or they didn't want to work with me because a lot of borderline patients are very difficult to work with. Before getting a legitimate diagnosis, I knew something was wrong with me, but I didn't feel as if anybody knew how to help me. I felt hopeless. It was extremely frustrating, and I went through many traumatic experiences on the road to diagnosis. I ended up being hospitalized twice, almost 3 times, and the first time was very traumatic for me because I was extremely scared, and it was just a traumatic experience. I don't really want to go into that, but the supposed experts in the hospital, they couldn't even diagnose me at the hospital, so I'm like, wow, something's really wrong with me. Finally, I came across this doctor who specialized in the study of BPD. He gave me the criteria on a list, and surprise, surprise, I met all of them. I finally had a diagnosis and was able to get on medicine that would actually help me, along with dialectical behavioral therapy. Dialectical behavioral therapy, or DBT for short, has helped me gain the courage to stand up on this stage. I learned the skills that normal teenagers, unlike myself, are already programmed with. I have learned how to control my emotions, interact with people, and cope with anything and everything that I need to. I am in fact broken. I am little jagged pieces glued back together, but I'm here, and I'm here to help others. I actually want to be a therapist for BPD patients in the future because not many therapists want to deal with them due to lack of knowledge on the illness. But as a patient myself, I have first-hand knowledge that can help many people. At school, I appear to blend in. I'm just a normal person. And everybody looks at me and doesn't see anything wrong with me because I'm not physically disabled. The disorder's in my head. Nobody can visibly see my suffering most of the time unless I have like an episode where I get angry or sad or start crying out of nowhere. At school, I present myself as put together and stable, happy even. Then I come home at the end of the day and I break down sometimes. Most of my friends don't even know anything is wrong with me. When I open up to them about it, they are surprised. But you are so happy and smile all the time, they say. I know that. I'm a really good actress. However, I would like to not have to pretend that I'm okay. I would like the negative light that is put on mental health and illnesses to stop. I want people like me to get better, and I want us to stop being made fun of because we're different. Money and research, even raising awareness, can spread the ideas of NUM and make the world a better place. Stop the stigma and reach out for help.